A great old wise sage by the name of Kevin Samuels once said to modern women that winter is coming. And for a subset of the women that winter came from, ended up homeless. Now, I wanted to go through one of the stories of one of these women that ended up homeless, and I'm gonna do that in this video today. Shout out to YouTube content creator, Atlanta Street Interviews. And I became interested in this conversation when I took a look at the title, 29, 2 kids, I got a BBL and my chest done, and I did OnlyFans, and now homeless. I believe Kevin also said that once OnlyFans stops, Subway will be hiring, but Subway typically doesn't hire homeless women. My understanding of these interviews is that they focus on the life before, the life during, and plans for themselves going into the future. So I wanted to go through this content in order to try to understand. Because initially when I read this, I see BBL and chest done, and I think, man, that money could have been utilized to put a roof over your head instead of what you utilized it for. What was really the ROI or the return on that investment? So let's just hear her mindset and to see, is she homeless based off of her decisions, or is she just a product of an environment, of a government that doesn't support all the other things that we already know that people blame their problems on? MT Army, let's mount up for this one. So without further ado,
now back to the content. What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with another one. So we got a young lady with us today. How you doing today, miss?
I'm okay, and you?
All right. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. So, are you homeless?
I am.
Okay, and so how old are you?
I'm 29.
29? Okay, and so how long have you been homeless?
I've been homeless since January of last year.
Okay, January. So, about a year and change. And so, what was to happen last January to cause you to become homeless?
So, I was in an apartment, but I have 2 boys, so I'm a boy mom. And the neighbor below us, she used to stay like complaining about, I guess, my kids making noise. So she would always go to management, complain. So basically we got like basically a lease like violation. And so basically my lease would be terminated.
Yeah.
So that sucks, and I really didn't know what to do in that situation. I was disappointed because I really liked the apartment and everything, and I just feel like, you know, God don't like ugly. So basically, since I knew we had to leave anyway, I ended up didn't pay my last month's rent. But this was like around Christmas time, mind you. So I was going through a lot. And so basically it turned into like an eviction. Because I still kind of owed money from the previous month, even if I did try to like pay that following month. But since they were kicking us out anyway, I didn't know like I was still responsible for paying last month's rent because it was they were terminating me. So I didn't understand, because you know I'm new to this, so I didn't know that that's how it still works.
How long had you been in that apartment for?
For a couple months, I would say since maybe June, July.
Where'd you live before that?
From the south side. So I've been living on the south side of Atlanta.
Okay, were you living like by yourself or with somebody?
With my kids.
Okay.
Yeah, my kids live with me.
And so, like, well, I guess I'm just trying to figure out, before you was in this apartment that you was in for a few months, you was living in another apartment or a house, or was you living with someone, or what was the deal?
I was homeless before that too, but I was, how should I describe? I was like in Airbnbs and stuff for a while.
That's like really expensive.
Got into that. Yeah, I've been going through it. So like people, you know, maybe strangers have like helped me on the streets, you know, because I don't have no family here or nothing like that. And so basically, once we left that apartment, I then was homeless, you know, how to do the offer me to stay with them, but you know how that go, like dealing with my kids and stuff, so they kicked us out.
Who was it that offered you to stay there?
Somebody that I knew that I used to be cool with, and they did us dirty.
Was it like a female or a male?
Yes.
Female?
It was like a female couple.
You said female couple?
Yeah, so like they were married, like like a stud, and they did me dirty. Well, we were in their, you know, their place or whatever, and then I just felt like she would be mean to my oldest son. Like, and
how
she
old
just started
are your kids, by the way?
One's 9, one is 1.
Okay.
And
that's
like
a nice little gap.
Yeah.
Same
different
dad,
fathers.
But different dads.
Different dads.
Of course, that gap.
And then so I feel like she did us dirty, like being mean to my oldest son, starting to make us feel uncomfortable. Cause she was a cool person, but I feel like when she like sober, she started showing the real her. And so she started like showing like her mean side or whatever. So I started to feel like unwelcome, me and my kids, and eventually one night got ugly. They kicked us out. The one lady, she got her other daughter involved, to where we were on the streets. I didn't have nowhere to go, and she had her daughter come to basically fight me. She said she was gonna get her daughter to fight me. And so it just turned into an ugly situation. The police came, they tried to get me a hotel room for the night with my kids. And so we've been in hotels. pretty much. And this is me like not really having the money, like just random people.
How was you able to get into the apartment that you was in for a few months?
Right.
Because I was working at that time.
Okay.
Or get like government like help at that time.
Okay,
but
okay.
That was just a short period. I was going through a lot, like not working and stuff too, because dealing with pregnancy and stuff.
So let's try to figure this out.
Hold on, quick pause. I want to let the track breathe for a little bit just to understand her mindset and her thinking when she described several situations. She described the situation in regards to her getting kicked out. That was the first thing. And then she started to talk about the other lesbian couple situation. We'll get to that in a quick second. What I picked up on that I thought was important is that she said it was around Christmas time, so it was a hard time while she was deciding what to pay on the rent. And what I'm about to say right now is why finding women who value accountability is so goddamn important, because unaccountable women will prioritize the materialism of Christmas over their rent payment. And it's ridiculously selfish to do that, especially when you are a single mother to 2 kids. So because of the lack of accountability to make changes in how she thinks about how she's spending her money in life, she then chose to get evicted. And I could tell you what, like I have friends of mine that make significant amount of money and are having issues even renting in Atlanta because there's some new board or agency that they have to go through to get all of these checks done, and they're not getting approved in certain areas, even when they don't currently have an eviction on their record. Second thing she mentioned, this lesbian couple. What did she say was the issue? Well, I felt like she was being mean towards my son. If that don't sound like an incomplete story, I don't know what is. Were you paying this woman or this couple in order to stay there? That's important. That matters. Because was she just allowing you guys to stay there for free until whenever? Or was there some type of agreement that either the sons were going to work, you were going to work in order to pay her back, right? Like there's 3 sides to every story, but I'm beginning to already see a pattern here about how when things go wrong, she places blame onto other things and or people.
You're a very pretty girl, right? So
Thank
people
you.
see someone like you on the street, they don't assume, one, that you would be homeless,
Right.
or that you really have a whole lot of issues.
Yeah,
or
skin looks
problems,
good.
Right. People think that, pretty privilege, and it does exist, but we also find, young ladies in this type of situations. So, okay, have you ever been married?
No.
No? Okay. And so so real quick, I do want to ask, so is any of this, like some of you not like kind of disciplining your kids and making it so that they kind of behave a little more?
Well, my baby, he's okay, but my son, he do have behavioral problems.
Yeah.
But this is something
I'm
personal.
glad he
I
asked
just found
that.
out recently. I'm gonna try to give him some medicine for like ADHD.
He's
Okay.
special
He
need.
saw a psychiatrist and stuff, and we're gonna see if that helps him. But I'm not gonna lie, like I love my son more than anything in this world. But he has been having behavior issues, and because of
I wonder why. His mother is a sex worker. He's probably out of control. He needs a father. See, this is where it starts right here. Here's where the over-medication of our young children begins to start. Ill-equipped parents that are just listening to professional medicators prescribe you something in order to feed the pharma industry, which in turn pats them on their back and continues to make people sick, which gets more people in the doctor's office to prescribe shit based off of the newest trend or whatever's wrong with the person and or child in this case. Giving Ritalin to a 9-year-old because he's rambunctious. Meanwhile, he just needs a father.
that, we have got kicked out a lot because of his behavior. So, and it's
That's
very,
the other
very
side of the story.
frustrating for me as a mom, because it's like I don't understand at the age she is why he can't just
Be a
listen
boy?
when someone tell him to stop. But
Oh.
then again, he is a kid,
I was about to say, let me say this.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of ADD, ADHD. I'm not a fan of that.
I wasn't like
Okay,
either medication.
and
Me neither.
Right, and so I think that young boys
Overprescribed.
just need a little bit of structure and discipline in their life.
I like this
A lot
brother.
of times that's going to come from the man, right? And so where's his dad?
Good
So
question.
his dad live in PA, in and out of jail. His dad, says he loves him, want to talk to him, but I feel like what's the point of having a phone relationship? You should be trying to come down here and visit your son, helping me take care of him financially. He's the type like, oh, I will only give you money if I buy the stuff, but I'm not gonna like say Cashapp you or anything. Like he's that type. And I just like, I never gave him a reason not to trust me, because he barely never helped me to begin with.
If the man is saying he's going to give things to the child on his own dime, why the hell would you not accept that? You chose an in and out of jail type of dude to have sex with and impregnate you. But why is it incumbent on him to chase you around Atlanta? You're homeless in Atlanta. Maybe he could provide more help for you in Pennsylvania. And he's more than likely in some weird ass town in Pennsylvania that doesn't have the cost of living as what in Atlanta does. I used to live in Pennsylvania when I went to Penn State.
And he gave me money like one time for around his birthday, and I did exactly what he wanted his son to have for his birthday. I just feel like it's like you know, a man is trying to be controlling in that sense.
I
Wow.
can definitely. I
She's
can
strong and
definitely see where
independent.
you see the controlling parts, right? As far as the money and stuff.
Yeah.
But as far as the talking on the phone stuff,
I'm not that bitter type of baby mom. I want his dad to be in his life. I love that
Okay.
he loves his son. I just want better for my son. Like, I want him to actually see his son. He has to make the effort. All the phone talk's not doing nothing. Your son has behavioral problems, so I don't understand why he can't do more. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you live out of state. Make the effort to come down here and see him.
how long have you been
like,
down here in Atlanta?
I've been living here about 6 years.
About 6 years. Okay, so, and I get that. So let's just real quick. Let's just start from, and I'm gonna have you come over here real quick. So real quick, let's just start from the beginning. So, where you from?
So I moved here. I've been everywhere, but I moved here from Pittsburgh, PA.
Okay, where's this accent that I'm hearing coming from?
I grew up in New York too. So
from
I'm
PA.
from upstate.
Is
New
that
York, and
upstate? Where? In New York?
Rochester.
I grew up in Schenectady and in Rochester.
Connected.
Okay.
And in Rochester.
Hey man,
It's so crazy. I went to undergrad in Penn State, so I'm very familiar with Pennsylvania, and I did my grad degree in University of Rochester. So I understand the places that she's been. But listen, there's a strong point there. Yes, he can come down, but you're from PA. You can also go back home. Just like you don't think that he's doing enough, he can have the same argument for you. And hey, both y'all can be right.
shout out to that Rochester man.
Okay,
And
5
shout
and
out
5.
to that Schenectady, New York man. That was
No,
one of my
I hated
favorite words to
Rochester.
say when I was.
Yeah, I
Get
grew
me
up
out of there.
And then I spent the rest of
Rochester.
my life in Pittsburgh, PA.
Okay.
But I traveled a lot. Like, I bounced around from like Las Vegas, Baltimore,
As an adult or as a child?
as an adult.
As an adult.
'Cause
Okay.
I used to be an
Okay.
entertainer, so
You was an entertainer. What type of entertainer?
whatever you could think of.
Wow.
Okay.
Everything that fits that description.
All right, so we might talk into that later. So, okay, so real quick, so growing up in, it sounds like upstate New York, right? So growing up in New York, did you have both mom and dad in the household?
When I was younger, then they got divorced.
They got, what age were you when they got divorced?
I want to say younger than 10, most
Younger than
definitely,
10?
yeah.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
I do.
How many?
My mom, 3 sisters, 1 brother, my dad, 1 sister.
And so where are you in the birth order as far as the kids that you grew up in the
I'm the
house
middle.
with? Okay, so you're in the middle. All right, and so, you know, like, what effect do you think their divorce had on you when you were 10?
I used to have anger issues when I was a kid, so I used to get in fights and stuff. My mom, I feel like, treated me different out of everyone. Like, I used to be in placement.
Why do you think she treated you different?
I don't know, it's because I'm just the middle child. I don't know.
Just because you're the middle child?
I really don't
You
know,
don't know?
because I feel like I done like a lot. You know, like, I love my sisters, my brother a lot, but it's like, I feel like I did a lot. Like, I was in sports and stuff, but I was just always the one I got treated differently. Like, I would get kicked out, or I would be in placement.
Kicked out? Placement? For what?
Yeah, like when I had my son. I don't know. This may be a deep depth conversation I won't have to have with my mom, or why she treated me the way she did. Maybe she thought maybe I was too much. I don't know. Like, I don't consider myself a bad teenager.
What
or
age did the
anything.
putting out and stuff like that start?
Like, I would say middle late teens.
Middle late teens? Okay. So
Like high
I'm,
school / yeah.
so I'm gonna ask, right? So growing up, before that, would you say that you had like a fairly normal childhood?
Yes, in New York, but in Pittsburgh, no.
When did you move to Pittsburgh? How old were you?
2014, I want to say.
So it's about 10 years ago. So you was an adult, a young adult at that point.
Yeah, I
You
was
was
a
like 18,
teenager. I was
19.
turning, I want to say 14.
14?
Yeah.
Well, 2014, that's 10 years ago.
Wait, my memory get mixed up. It's 20, wait, 20.
They're probably laughing at the audience is laughing right now because they know I'm really
Hold
good at
up.
math.
Wait, hold up.
They know my
I
math.
think it was it 28?
It's immaterial. So the point is, it doesn't
But I
really
was
matter.
turning like 13, 14 when I was.
When you moved to Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Okay. So a little bit before 2014, but bottom line is that you moved to Pittsburgh, and so I'm gonna go ahead and ask, right? I mean, did anything, like sexual
Happened
ever
in your
happen to you
mind,
when you
the
was
past? Yeah, good question.
No, like molested?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so no type of assault or anything like that.
But I
Okay.
used to be bullied. My family used to gang up on me and stuff. I had a lot of situations like that when everybody would be against me.
For what? What would?
My uncle
Okay, so here's the thing. My red.
I
I'm
don't
gonna scoot you
know.
over just a little bit.
Okay.
I don't want the door to swing open and hit you. So my red flags go up whenever someone says that everyone's always against me.
Yeah,
Right?
it's
For
victimhood.
me, it tells me that person may not be as introspective
Right.
as they need to be to understand.
And I
where
just
maybe
don't know
they're
how.
Maybe at fault, right? And so, if you could take some time
to reflect.
I hear that, you know, your family, everybody used to gang up on you. But if I asked them, well, what was the deal?
How would
with
they
her?
describe you?
What would they tell me?
Right.
They probably would say maybe I get defensive too quick.
Just got bad attitude.
Because I mean, it was like bad. Like I used to get in fights with my sister friends. But I used to be bullied in school, not just from family. Like when I was young, I used to be bullied by like people in school and
Bullied
stuff.
about what?
I guess my appearance at the time. I used to
Were
look
you not pretty? I
Um,
mean, you look beautiful. You look beautiful to me, so I don't see where bullying would come into play.
I used to be bullied. Like girls would like pick on me and stuff.
Wow.
What I'm sensing is that she has a sweet, kind exterior, a charismatic demeanor until you get on her bad side, until you piss her off, and her mouth is from the lake of fire. It's like a switch with certain women. Until they get defensive, you don't really understand the extent of their mouth until they get there. Let go.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So we moved to Pittsburgh and things kind of started going a little bit left.
But one of the things when I was younger, like I used to have like a real thick like unibrow. So I used to get bullied on that, but still all
Shout
my
out
life.
to the unibrow gang,
Okay,
man.
I don't have enough
Shout out to the unibrow gang.
I don't got it no more, but like I always dealt with that all my life. Like females would like, you know, try to pick on me or mess with me, hate on me, stuff
I
like
can see,
that.
I could get it. I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess that caused you to build up this kind of defensive wall a little bit
I've
and
always
things
been
like
defensive my whole life.
that. Okay. Did you like graduate high school?
I did.
Okay, any college after that?
I started a university, but right when I started, I took a pregnancy test. So I just stayed that semester and left. And then I took time with my son till he was, you know, kind of like old enough. And
Right.
then I went to cosmetology school full time, and I got licensed in that in PA.
Okay. And so did you work in that field for a little while? Or
For a little while.
just a little while? What'd you do in that?
I worked in like hair salons.
So
my
you
one
didn't
job
like
I
it or
got
something?
fired from, and then I used to work in a Dominican salon.
You got
So,
fired from? Why'd you get
The
fired?
first job, which was Philippalusi, because they try to say like me, I guess like I was being late, but I didn't have a car at the time, and so like I was going to like the north side, like in Pittsburgh, so I had to catch the bus. You know, I used to catch the bus, and so basically that bus runs like every hour, so. You know, I guess like there was times I'll be pushing being late and stuff, so they let me go because of that. And it just sucks because you could be a good worker and these jobs just don't care about your life situation.
Well, I
at all.
get that, but you do understand that you also could have left an hour earlier and just been really early to work.
Right.
Type deal.
But I
So
also have a baby too.
Well, and
so,
I get it, but that's not their responsibility,
Right.
right?
yeah.
So I mean, as an adult, you can
Forever
look back
excuses.
on it, right? Because you're gonna be 30. You're gonna be 30 at some point, right? And so, as an adult, you can look back on it and say, okay, well, that's on me.
And I'm not even the type to like or enjoy being late, but you know, like you said, jobs don't, you know, they don't care about that.
Yeah,
so
they don't
give a
You
shit.
know,
it's not
that's
like
not
I
their
want to be
concern.
late. It's just, you know, given the circumstances.
That's part of our 20s, right? Part of our 20s is kind of learning that whole time management deal and learning that nobody really owes us anything, right? Nobody.
No, that's some teenager shit. I was talking to a chick last year, and for the love of everything holy, she could not be on time for anything. At first, until I set my boundaries and held her accountable. I said, if we're going to continue to do this, you're not going to be doing this anymore. What do you need to change or do into your life so that you can be on time to these things that I ask you to be on time for? At that moment, she had to make a decision of what does she want out of her life? Did she value me enough to change her behavior, or was she just gonna fall right back into her same simple shit? Because I told her from the beginning, excuses will not work on me. There's always a way around it. Excuses are forever tools of the incompetent. It's what the incompetent utilize in order to get over, in order to make it by. I'm not a make it by type of a person. I'm an exceeds expectations type of a person. So if you want to continue doing this, you have to exceed expectations with me. And there's no expectations that you can exceed if you're always late to shit. Basic. She got it. We still cool. Excuses and unaccountability. Tools of incompetence. You can write that down, guys.
It really owes us any favors or anything like that. All right, so real quick, so the sex work, right? What
Okay,
what
let's get
type
in
of
there.
sex work are we talking about? So I mean, and we like to just keep it really
I've been
plain.
a sex
And,
worker. I've been a dancer. I've sold myself
Okay.
for money.
Wow.
I did OnlyFans.
which one came
Sure.
first?
I started off doing like the premium Snapchat. Someone put me on to, and then I
Started small.
You know, I moved to Vegas. I was with this wannabe pimp. I danced in Vegas for a little bit while also doing like, you know, private meets and stuff. I was a sex worker.
Okay. Which one paid more?
I would say I did more sex work compared to like the porn star stuff, but I did have like a lot of bookings. But sex work because
yeah,
I'm
the
client,
with, like, private client
people, I guess.
How much were these guys spending per interaction?
Good question, sir.
It's up to me. Like, you know, I'm not like a cheap one, so I would get like, I made hundreds, like thousands. Yeah.
And so would that money go to you or to the pimp?
Oh, well, that didn't last long, but he wanted my money, but that didn't last long with him, so we eventually fell out. But I was my own manager, so I do everything on my own. Everybody comes through me for everything.
Okay, so you was making some pretty nice money.
Mm-hmm.
Like definitely six-figure income, even if it wasn't the whole year, but it was six-figure income as far as what you was making.
Yeah.
What made you decide to stop doing that?
Recently, not like super recently, but like recently when I noticed.
She was a mother when she was doing this.
When it started to slow down, when I feel like I got my son back, because he wasn't always with me.
She lost.
And then like me getting pregnant and.
Who was he with?
My mom. He was with my mom for about 3 years.
Your mom was helping out and stuff like that.
Yeah, but stuff started to slow down, and then I just started figuring like, you know, I was just trying to slowly drift away from like the adult stuff, but I was still like doing like bookings. But then as I stopped like kind of promoting more of my porn star stuff and deleting stuff, I noticed my like, you know, stuff started fading down a little bit.
You say you started deleting stuff?
Like as I'm like slowly like slipping away from that type of like stuff, I noticed like my followers and stuff will start slipping away. Like me, like what I say, like my, I guess, clientele, like the stuff just started slipping away, you know?
So, because I'm trying to figure out, like, so if at one point you was doing the physical meet and greets, right? And then you started doing OnlyFans at some point too, it sounds
I started OnlyFans in 2018 before it blew up, before Beyonce put it in her song. Like now everybody's like doing it. But I started it like back then.
Were you making good money back then?
Yeah, because at first
what do you consider good money?
Good money allowed me to pay my bills and still have fun, like go on trips or get my body done.
So if I wanted to put a number on it, like how much per month or whatever?
Per month? On OnlyFans on top of like just what I would get off of that?
I'm gonna take a guess here. $2,000 to $3,000 per month. Let's see if I'm right. $3,000 to $4,000. That is no, that's probably too much for 2018. $2,000 to $3,000. That's my final answer. Let's go.
I never really did the math.
Of course not.
You're not really a numbers person. I mean, would you say above or under 10,000 a month?
Under.
I'll say under 10,000.
Yeah.
But definitely like in the thousands.
Okay, so in the thousands for sure. You said about getting your body done?
Yeah.
And so,
I invested in myself.
What have you gotten done?
I got it a breast augmentation. I had to do that like twice, and then I got a BBL.
Can we see what you got?
And then lip fillers at one point.
What?
Oh, you got lip fillers?
Well, it died down.
I was about to say, those look so natural.
I got it like, I'll say about maybe like a year ago.
Year ago?
Yeah, when I was like,
okay.
25.
So can we take and see, you know, as far as like what?
You know what's crazy? I just realized that she's 29. Although I commented on her skin, she don't look 29. She looks mid-30ish. But I think it makes sense when you think about the difficulties within her life that she placed in front of herself. Choosing a jailbird baby daddy, choosing S work, having behavioral issues which seems to then spill over into her son, having her child be given up and then put back with her at some junction. I mean, this is a really hard life. I just look at lives at her and I just think of, damn, this is what happens when the cycle does not stop. When there's not more two-parent households that can sit young people down and instill into them the same way my father instilled into me. Parenting is not an easy bake oven. It's not a set it and forget it. It is constant and constant and constant tutelage. And without it, they fall off the rails.
Looks so natural.
I got it like
let's see the body, Marcus.
Year ago?
Yeah, when I was like,
okay.
25.
So can we take and see, you know, as far as like what?
I want to get another one, but my booty like sits more. I just want more like a little bit more lipo and like little hip fillers, but that's not like right now all season my
well, no, right, but I guess so. What
I just had a baby too, so I got you in mind. Just had a baby. I'm not that party flat.
Can we see like, cause
well, damn, Marcus.
Any of that, like when I saw you walking up, I was like,
Marcus, are you clapping the cheeks of these homeless women? The first time that you asked, I'm like, all right. Like, she said she got it done. She used to show it off doing her sexy ballet, right, at the script club. But now you asking for a double back, Marcus?
Like, this girl's no way she was pregnant. Wow, you look.
I don't have hip.
And now
Can you,
he
like,
G'ing her up.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
And so where did you get,
okay,
where did
Marcus.
you get the BBL done at?
My BBL, I got my BBL done in Miami.
Okay. So you got it done in Miami. And so you say that you would, like, you want to go back and get more work done.
Yeah, probably like in my 30s. Like I want bigger boobs and
Bigger boobs. These are pretty big. Can we just show the audience?
Not
again, Marcus.
I like that
You
look.
like
I like
big,
the fake look.
like pressing up into like the chin
I like
type
the
deal.
fake look. That's what I'm into. And then like as far as my body, like don't get me wrong, like I love like my body. Like I could go, I still wouldn't work out, all that stuff. But like I just want like a little bit more like filler. To where I don't have to get like surgery, but like just fillers in my hips just to be more curvier right here.
I just think that looks so good right now. I don't like. What the heck are you? I'm gonna.
It's just filler. It's healthy. It's natural.
Okay,
Nothing
so
bad
just
to the
fillers.
body.
So it just adds to like the hips, basically.
Yeah, it's just like a filler. It's
Okay.
completely healthy. It goes with your body. It's not nothing. I have to go under like the knife for nothing crazy.
Do
like
any
that.
guys like do they like notice that you've had your body done, or do they ask, or do they just think that?
In the very beginning, I guess people was noticing.
Okay.
Yeah, and plus I used to always wear my faja and stuff too.
What's the faja?
It's like oppresses me. Like
Oh,
helps
so-
shapes me. Yeah,
so
like
you wear the
like
thing
when
that
I'm
makes
swollen,
it-
Yeah, like when I'm swollen and stuff, it help like compress
Where do you
me.
think this desire to
Like, yeah,
have
like-
this over-exaggerated kind of features? Where do you think that desire comes from?
I just
Because let me say this, you are gorgeous.
thank you.
Okay, I mean absolutely gorgeous. Like literally, probably without even like your breasts, they're huge, right? To me, and so I don't know. Like, where do you think this desire to be kind of more than what the natural you looks like? Where do you think that comes from?
This is turning into the beginning of Bang Bro
Why?
Bros.
Why do you-
It's more curvier.
And so just I want
I've
to
had
take a
hip
second,
dips and
right?
stuff before.
I want to take a second. I just want to try to figure out where does that come from? Where does that come from? Because to me, I've got daughters, right? And I don't know. I would feel a way if my daughters like just really just wanted to do all this work and stuff like that, because I think they're so beautiful and gorgeous as they are.
Right.
And so where do you? I'm not judging you or anything like
No,
that,
that's
right?
fine. That's fine.
I guess I'm
It's a
just
good
trying
question.
to explore the
Where does she get it?
mindset
Yeah.
and just to understand, like, where do you think that comes from? Where do you think it originated from?
I just I don't know if it could come from like how I was when I was younger. Like I used to be so shy to walk around guys when I was younger, but then like I used to be bullied. I just feel like, and I'm not doing it for others. I'm doing it for myself. I don't know. I just want to feel good, like be prettier. But like I said, I just wanted my hip dips feel. But to be honest, I didn't want a BBL at first. I just wanted my boobs done. That's it. But it's like when you those who know when you in like in already the surgery world. Once you get one thing done, you want to
It's
get
like
something else.
tattoos, right?
Yeah, and that's how I kind of went with it. But at first, I didn't want a BBL at first. But then it's like I got my boobs done. And it's like, oh well, maybe I should just get my body done. So I hustled, got the money.
Was
quick.
your butt flat before this?
It wasn't like flat. Like I had like a nice shape to me. It's just, hip dips. And my butt obviously wasn't sitting like how it's sitting now.
What was interesting about that interaction right there is that the cameraman Marcus says that, well, he's got daughters, and that was a difference. My assumption is that when she got divorced and the parents split up, the father was not there. When she was looking for validation from the opposite sex, she received it not first, at least immediately, and with great structure and stability from her father. So where else did she look? All of the boys. She felt shy around the boys, and then she's saying dumb things like, oh, I'm doing it for me. But no, you're not doing it for me. You felt shy. You felt insecure. So you're putting your body in a position that you think that guys value. Meanwhile, guys only value it for what your job eventually become, which was a S worker. So really the message there is to all my G's that are watching, my G's that are soon to have kids or have kids right now, continue to pour into your daughters, because it is an absolute failure if she then decides later on to become an S worker. But that still doesn't take accountability from her, because while she's over here focusing on BBLs, she should have been focused on getting a CDL. But see, that would have taken some accountability. That would have taken her to not just to extract the government funding. That would have taken her to actually look in the mirror and make changes within her life. Look at her kids and make changes.
Yeah. And then, because I used to do like sports, so I used to have like a six pack, but now that I got older, it's just my stomach just look like, I just want more like, just more curvy,
Even going into your 30s?
Well, right now, it don't really bother me as much now. if I had to get a surgery, I just would probably want more lip filler, bigger boobs.
You
and
don't
just
need
more
lip filler. Oh my God.
I want that like more plump, like cute.
You have beautiful lips. You are gonna, oh my God. So, okay.
I just love, like, I'm sorry, I just love like the fake lips. I do.
And I'm trying to figure out why, because you look so beautiful anyway. I'm gonna ask, right?
I just love being different.
And I'm not little Kuzan or whatever his name is. But as far as the butt or whatever, right? Is it like kind of stiff or whatever? Is it more the soft?
No, it's really soft.
This nigga is flirting.
Okay. So the butt's soft, the boobs are soft. Okay.
Can I touch it? Let me just see if it's flat or soft. I just want to just check and look for myself. God damn it, Marcus! What? I mean, is this how women's ideas about their damn bodies get so misconstrued? I mean, she's 29, 2 kids, doesn't work out. She's got room to grow. She's got all of this goddamn surgery over the bottom. Marcus, what you doing? You bring her up on a goddamn pedestal, give her some goddamn reality, or is he lying because he thinks that the innards are particularly viscous? And here's the thing, I'll keep it a stack with you. The way that she's looking at him right now, she was an ass worker.
All right. Because is any of this like just low self-esteem from back in the day?
It could probably be a little, I'm not gonna lie, it could probably be a little insecurity, but I guess it could be
for instance, so for instance, you say that like you don't have any help out here, right? The father of the 1-year-old, were you guys like in a relationship or whatever, or were y'all just screwing around?
I'll say just screwing around.
Okay.
Like we never put titles on us, but we did. The chemistry was there.
Okay. Because is he like active and present in his kid's life?
He don't want to be, and he lives here in Georgia. That's the sad part about it. But he refuses to get DNA tests. He refuses to.
Does he not think that the kid is his?
He don't. I feel like he knows. He just don't want to admit it, and just to have the financial responsibility, because he have other kids. So
I mean, and I'm gonna ask, right? Because again, I hate. All right, I'm gonna stop saying how beautiful you are, because the audience is they're gonna skewer me.
Let me address that real quick. While, yes, it's not good. You're going raw daddy and a chicken. You don't want to go get a DNA test for fear that it might be yours. That's a problem. You shouldn't be going raw daddy, especially in these goddamn sex workers. You're tripping. You're bugging. You get part of this blame. But then on the flip side, you are someone who says you want better for your first son, but you're choosing men that do not want you back. You chose a guy that wasn't out of jail. You chose a guy that never wanted you to begin with. You signed up to be a single mother ×2. Let's proceed.
My passion always been modeling too.
They're gonna skewer me for that, but the reason why I keep bringing it up is because, so did you know that he wasn't was he a good dad to his other kids when you met him?
That's what the kids seem like. He's definitely in their life, but my new baby, he's in his 60s, so.
60s? Wait, was this someone that you was doing business with?
Yes.
It was a business. We worked at the same job. He was store manager.
Were you like attracted to him, or were y'all just?
No. Like a lab
was he like?
You were attracted to his power.
He was attractive to me, but
I just wanted
it was a
to
business
stroke you out.
Thing. I know you're not supposed to mix business with pleasure. I never done that before on a job.
So this is a 60-year-old man that doesn't want to take care of his baby. Do you want to call this guy out?
Then I've been trying to put him on child support, but that's been taking a long time.
Do you want to call this guy out? Because here's the thing, right? I'm a dad.
Yeah, I'll call him out.
I don't like deadbeat dads.
Me neither.
What's this guy's name?
Joseph Flott, and he works at This Is It Barbecue and Seafood, Camp
Which
Creek.
one? Camp Creek?
The main one. He's a store manager.
What?
So if he still worked there, he needs to pay child support and help me support his son. My son looks just like him. Just like him. Just like him.
Okay, that's wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so we find ourselves in this position, and so what are we doing to try to get ourselves out of this position?
So right now, I figured I'd come here to try to get my son's birth certificate, because I have stuff from the hospital, but they never gave me an official one.
Mm-hmm.
So I just called Vital Records. They said I could go down there, but I figured I could stay here so they could give me a documentation so that I could show to them so I don't have to pay.
Right.
Because the whole point of me coming here was to get it for free,
right,
because I am homeless.
Yep.
And then I was supposed to be meeting with someone today about helping me go over this like HUD thing, so I could try to get like, a HUD voucher or something.
Yeah.
But I plan on trying to look at apartments and stuff today, and I have sent some emails out, so I want to see if people through certain housing places reach back to me to try to help me, because as of today, we basically, my kids don't really have nowhere to go right now.
What do you mean? Like, are y'all not out the shelter? Are y'all?
Yeah, we're not in a shelter anymore. So today's the official day. I'm like on my own. So I found out this one place that is open 7 days a week. So I may stop by there later today, see my kids can go. If not, I may have to get a hotel room because
how are you gonna afford that?
Well, I have like some money on me right now, but I do work. And I'm a housekeeper. I work at a hotel, and so I could probably get a discount on a room until I at least try to get into an apartment. So I'm really trying my best right now for me and my kids.
Wow.
Like, cause I don't want to be homeless anymore. I want to break this generational curse. You know, I don't want to struggle. I don't. You know, for my kids. But this journey has definitely been rough because not a lot of people help you, or they give you the runaround. And
I mean, do a lot of guys basically like kind of try to offer you housing for sex type deal?
Before like I had my kids with me, when I was on my hustling stuff, I've been there, done that with like people kicking me out. Guys probably wouldn't use me, or I'll be with a guy like somewhere here and there. I've been there, done that, but I don't do that anymore. Like at least not with my kids.
Yeah.
But I definitely went down that road like early on in Atlanta.
I get it. All right. Well, listen, miss. On that note, if anybody out there wanted to reach out, help, or donate, do you have a way they could do that? Do you have social media, Cashapp, anything like that?
Yeah, so I have Cashapp. It's the money sign, and then West, WEST, NDINDIE, and then Mommy, MAMII. So that's my Cashapp. And then I also have a GoFundMe, my full name, which I love my name, so I'm not ashamed to put it out there, even though you know we be having our nicknames and stuff. But it's Marissa Jones, homeless with my 2 boys. That's the name of the GoFundMe. Okay. And then YouTube, 'cause I am a YouTuber. I want to get big with my YouTube channel.
Is that right?
So, yes.
What's the name of it? Shout it out.
It's West Indie Collection. So West and NDINDIE, the collection.
So of course you guys already know I had to go check out the damn YouTube channel. 6,000 subscribers. Let's take a look at some of the analytics. Oh, she gets views. Okay, so she's currently uploading. I'm a little bit confused here. Like, what is her definition of homeless? I mean, she told the story, but I mean, how is she recording all of this? Does she talk about being homeless in her vlogs? Okay. Oh, I think I saw a relation. My ex betrayed me.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, West Indie Collection. If you are new to my channel, welcome. So I don't want to keep you guys waiting too long. I just want to hop right into this video.
All right, I'm not gonna bore you guys with this. Let me end off this video and say this. What did I learn in this particular discussion? I think that more of the things that I've always thought about life are even more true. The world owes you nothing. The world owes you no sorrow. The world owes you no forgiveness. The world owes you no money. So it is incumbent on you to figure all of that shit out early. Now I know it's easier for some people that came up in a 2-parent household, had fantastic home life, siblings, parents, grandparents, structure and placement around their life. It's a lot more difficult for those that come from broken homes. I understand that, but the world doesn't give a shit. So it's up to you to be able to figure all these things out. Hearing her story and the things that she said, there's a lot of inconsistencies. She always blames other people. She doesn't tell the full sides of the story, but she has a sweet voice and a decent face. So she's able to slip by in saying different things in certain ways, and with that halo effect, she's made it thus far. But 30 plus with 2 kids is going to be a lot more difficult than 22 and no kids. Hopefully she'll be more responsible with what she's doing with the money that she is earning and not spending it frivolously on things such as BBLs, lip fillers, and chest implants. Questions, comments, concerns? Y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. And last but not least, Marcus, what you doing, baby? You can't go stroking up in the damn homeless interviewee. Keep your pants on, soldier. All right, we got some work to do. Until next time, you two. Peace.